Hey guys, you and me today, Drew Nicholas. Sadly, Jamie's not with me, but you are on the one and only DTV. If you guys are watching, I got some major cool guys on the show, as you can see right now. And these are the guys I kind of enjoy. We had them on the show last night, Paranormal Uber X TV. And we got Ben, which, if you don't know Ben is a demonologist. I think I said that correct this time, Ben.
Yeah, you got it correct.
He's my good friend and also a work colleague of mine, due to my other teams out there I work with, like the AK Warren Files. So this is my other guy I work with on Demonologist. Paranormal Over X TV. I enjoyed his chat show last night with my good friend Jimmy, my work partner. And he was absolutely brilliant, explaining what he does and what he thoughts about. So we decided to come and talk about the zozo situation, the zozo, the famous word of zozo, and have each and one of us, from different paranormal teams to a demonologist, coming through to help us out to explain why people are using the big word zozo and what reason for, and why for the attention on it. So, after the Hollywood big faction of it, it's one of them things. Before we do that, though, I'll introduce him personally to him. But first, before that, hi, Nigel Potter. Hey, John Jones. How are you, buddy? Hey, Tiffany. Awesome rocking to see you on the America. And that's, keep sharing out fires wide. Introduce yourself, guys, properly now.
Do you want to go first, Ben?
No, I'll let you go first, buddy.
Yeah, you go first, bud.
My name's Ash. Obviously, I just do some paranormal investigating, urban exploring. But obviously, I am still a little bit skeptic about it all still, so I do still go in with an open mind about everything. But urban exploring, it's something that's interested me for quite a while. And obviously, as people heard on the previous stream, that I started doing paranormal in 2016, but I've just started to get properly into it within the past 12 months. But yeah, go for it, Ben.
Well, Drew always introduces me a bit more than I can. As Drew says, I'm one demonologist, recognised by a few groups, recognised by a lot of groups around the UK as well. Been always eager to help out, and I think you got me and Chris in touch, and we've been running cases pretty much all over the place, haven't we now, Drew? For what, about a year? Probably a bit longer.
About a year now, yeah. Coming in, me and them kind of do have a lot of cases on hands, but suddenly I turned off social media due to some ignorant stuff going on. But as we say, ignorant, I'm leaving as that. But we're going into the full on. Okay, I love to pop on. Okay, so people would love to pop on, so I will give the link out, guys, in a minute. So let's get straight into the chase and get everyone a bit of fun out. Now, before I do that, please go and check out Paranormal Uber X TV. If you don't, I'm going to tell you. Go and do it before I send some demons your way, and Ben will help me.
Just for the rep, I don't do that sort of thing.
Drop my YouTube channel down.
Yeah, dude, you can drop it anywhere, man. You can drop it anywhere, Ash. Okay, so is one of the big factors of the Hollywood films. When Hollywood decided to make a film about zozo decided to come be very big and popular in movies. It decided to come to be so big, paranormal teams out there, some paranormal teams or entertainments use zozo for the word entertainment. So they use it for an entertainment to make their own, producing as a nail film or as a entertainment lining of it. But zozo, if you guys want to learn about demon, this is why I come to Ben and bring on the paranormal team in, and we just pick each other's mind. This is how Paraunity works. This is how they actually really work. and they work together on it. So Zozo is one of them things where you think he's a demon, or is he a goddess, or is he just some mythical creature? Now, many questions. I've said he's some sort of spirit, but he is not as what people think it is. And this is where it plays about between two lines in the paranormal field. People likes to use as a thumbnail to get a certain tension. And sometimes that tension, it's okay to have that tension to understand what's actually really going on. But if they are the real so, I think the house would take a lot more damage and the person would as well. And I don't know if my demonologist will agree with that or the paranormal person, but so-sos are very old, ancient spiritual nomas in the field. And that's where we look very seriously, closely about it. So, Ben, do you want to kick off before we hit on Paranormal Urban X, Ashley?
I'm either either, mate. I'm quite relaxed, unless you want me to start giving a lecture.
Yeah, come on. We need it.
Right.
Even I need it because, you know, it's all about knowledge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The more knowledge people get about stuff like this, the better. You know, I don't know much about Zozo. You know, I'm still skeptic about it, you know, so I'm always open and always ready for information.
Right.
So, very open mind, though. Skeptical, but very open mind, ready for anything to be pounced at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best way to be fair. Well, always questions still.
Yeah.
It is.
Right. The beginning of the Zozo tale is probably one of the best examples of Hollywood gone mad. Obviously, there is two lines, like Drew says. There is Zozo, which has suddenly appeared. Over a couple of years of case studies I've done with a few other people. These are professional people in the field belonging to like academies down London and stuff like that all over the world. They've noticed a difference that seems to have appeared. Zozo, which is spelled Z-O obviously, is now sort of known as what you class as a mimic spirit or a mimic demonic. It's the same. It's just, to use an example, is basically it's the same if you get these mediums that can do cold readings. I don't know if you guys have had experience with that or not.
I haven't had much experience with a code reader yet. I actually haven't.
These are mediums that they charge ridiculous amount of money, and they'll cold read you. They'll pretend to know things, but they're looking for like little ticks and
like little reactions, like the way your eyes go, or like when if you like start to move about and get a little bit agitated and that.
Yeah, when they sort of go, oh, I'm picking up a male figure. And then the person instantly reacts. They'll either go, "Oh, it's my dad," or "Oh, it's my granddad," or they'll tie it. They'll tie it off to something.
It's like your brain overthinking, like the mind of your family members. Your brain actually of, am I in contact with my dad? Am I in contact of that? So you can expect a reaction from it, and whoever deals with it, that person will deal with that action. It goes like ultimately psychological flow.
Yeah. The problem is nowadays is I could feed you information on another spirit. For example, there's another demon that's starting to show its face all of a sudden. And when I mention the name in a bit, you'll realise why. But it's the same with how Zoe started. The whole Hollywood thing. Few cases here and there. It started as an urban legend and now has become this massive thing in the paranormal world. You've got people like a show, Ghost Adventures in America. Apparently, they've done an episode where they've bumped into this Zozo spirit. I can't say for sure because obviously I'm not there, neither is anyone else to verify whether it was actually Zozo or not. But the spelling of the name is actually wrong. The original Zozo myth comes from the Mayans. that's where it all you can trace it back to the historical side of it, which is it's what's known as the Zot, which is Zotz, I think. I may be wrong on the spelling. I'm not really good with my Mayan and Aztec cultures, but that's where it all started. And like most things, brought into this. To give everyone a prime example of, I've been dealing with recent cases of a demonic called Valak. Now everyone knows Valak from the Conjuring films.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Conjured. Have you ever seen the Conjured, Ashley? The Conjured.
The Conjuring, the movies and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen quite a lot of paranormal movies, Conjuring and like Blair Witch and.
Yeah.
What do you think of them?
The Warrens were, bless them, I've always classed them as still being here. Keep forgetting they're not. Were some of the greatest people still going. I believe the grandson is still keen on it all. Still, the Warren Foundation is still going strong, but they are doing it right. The problem is you've had Hollywood that's taken the story, span it, and made this big thing. The Nun, for example, is based on an actual case that happened in 1566. They've taken bits from that actual case that happened and sort of cross-referenced it with Valet and all that lot and made it spin a bit.
Wow.
That's the problem with Hollywood.
That is. Yeah.
What
would you like to say about stuff like this, dude? Ashley?
You see, when it came down to like ghost adventures and stuff like that, and especially TV shows, I look at it a different way because they are there and they are doing it for entertainment. So you don't know if they're actually, playing some of it off. It could just be a spirit. It might not be Zozo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where you get the mimic from.
Like the mimic them.
And that it's maybe I think some paranormal investigators might actually do that on Ouija boards just for the show. You know what I mean?
Well, there's a little thing I'm about to tell you, pretty cool. A few years back, way back, when I started Paranormal Postmortem, me and my wife started working really hard. We started working really hard to see what the Spirit Box does. So we had 6 Spirit apps, 1 app, 1 Spirit Box, 1 other equipment, and we decided to play them all and see if Zozo comes up all at once. Now, the reason why we done it, we decided to have a little experiment, see if Zozo was actually real or just, just the radio show just saying it. Because obviously the Spirit Box is broken up, isn't it? Really, it's broken basically classically, and he just messed about with it to mend it as a Spirit Box to get more white noise and mix all the words up. So anyway, we'd done the experiment, and we had Zozo come up in 2 systems, and we were like, okay, so why are you mentioning Zozo? And obviously our brains, we actually put a little experiment onto it, and our brains started thinking about Zozo quite a bit. And we said, right, okay, so what can we do? We're preventing it. We're making this happen to ourselves. How do we deal with this situation? And a lot of people say, oh, Zozo's a demon. Be careful. Watch out. It's going to be possessed. Wait. Freeze. Zozo is not an actual very bad spirit for me. Zozo is a spirit god where he actually argued with his wife. And actually, his wife was the demon, Mama. Now, Ben understands meaning Mama. And basically what happened is all the tribes started wearing the Zozo necklace to protect them from his wife. Because his wife, Mama, was actually tackling them. And that's what I learned in my studies. We learned kind of a lot of different things. And a lot of people say, Okay, so zozo is not a really bad demon. It's actually just someone mimicking to be as bad as zozo. That's all. And that's why I look at it and I think his mama is playing with him in that line.
See, what if Zozo is not really a demon, um, but a really, really negative, just some sort of different like entity? Because apparently, when a lot of people do actually get Zozo through, they do have
Yeah,
a lot of bad stuff happening to them. You know what I mean? So it's like demons and that. Some people can get rid of demons, but can you get rid of Zozo once you've brought it through a Ouija board? This is one reason why I'm a little bit, touchy about using a Ouija board. I probably never would use one because you don't know what's coming through. Can you actually close it down as well?
yeah. That's the thing with the Zozo. What your class now is a Zozo mimic.
Mm,
Zozo can be. I think we recorded them being in. I think it was 180 cases over one night. 180 different places. And mimics can do that. One demon, as you call them, couldn't do that. That's one person in, but like you being in 180 different places.
what if it's like because you have different hierarchies, don't you? Different
Yeah,
levels of demons. So what if like Zozo's higher than all these little demons, and this is why maybe, what if there is something bigger coming, and that's why they're putting the word out. Zozo,
yeah,
Zozo, Zozo, and everybody keeps
yeah.
getting, mimicking it. Is it a mimic or could it be something bigger?
There is that, but can you remember back a while ago with the Charlie demonic,
Charlie.
where people were using a pencil and paper to make a
Mm.
yes and no board? It were about, I think it were beginning of last year, I think. And there was that one that was knocking about for a while. It's one of these things. No, none of us will ever sort of truly know the full aspect of this. I think it's becoming a bigger legend than it is. But this is history. This is how things come about. But there is
It
that
is.
calling as well, like you say. There's thousands out there. There's all different hierarchies and ranking systems and everything. Yet all we seem to hear about at the minute is Zozo, and Valak is slowly appearing.
Yeah, what happened to hearing Satan all the time? Satan used to come through a lot of time on a lot of people's spirit boxes. You don't
That's what
hear
we
that
mean.
anymore. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's what we mean by you can self hype yourself up. If you go looking for something, you're bound to find it in a sense. There's a gentleman down Cambridge who I talked to who's studying the human mind. Um, he thinks it might be Zozo actually might be people's subconscious coming through,
Yeah.
and because we're aware of this, the spiritual world, we're mistaking that for our subconscious.
And what if we're actually tapping into some sort of frequent, our brain, because
Yeah,
we don't hardly use much of our brain. So what if we're actually tapping into some of our brain waves and actually creating these sort of things in our heads? This
yeah,
this is another thing about,
Our
ghost
head
hunting
does
and stuff.
think. Our head does think quite a lot, especially psychologically and mindfulness. It does kind of give out signal waves. Do you know if you play the Ouija board? So, this is how I'm going to say it on my live. Um, some people want me to show how the Ouija board is properly done. And I said, well, no, I'll decide to show them a silly way because it's not really down to me to show it to them. And personally, I don't want to touch a Ouija board without my wife. So I learned a few people how to do it silly because I don't want nothing to do with a Ouija board. Anyway, the bigger point and fact of it is everyone's mind can imaginate a story psychologically, mindfulness. They can either give a story, they can make you feel frightened, they can, you can feel not good. And this is what a lot of people does. They actually give themselves a story, even if they say they're not scared, they will be scared inside because the emotion, the hyperlation of the attention of your brain actually does find a way to actually scare you. I know that a lot of people say, hey, he's speaking crap there, but then no, if they look into it professionally as a medical way, they can actually say your brain overstimulates a lot of the time. 20% of your brain learns every day, every minute. 20% of it actually learns every day of that 20%. And when you're playing with the Ouija board, you're opening a door which you don't even know what you're opening to. Even if it is the energy of, I can't even remember the name of it because my wife can say it better, but it's like the EMF. You're opening that energy wave. You're opening
Yeah,
it's like a door for it.
the EMP field basically that separates everything.
It literally, it's kind of crazy, but think about it logically. You look into it. It's like they're saying on. I was looking researching the other day, and one of the guys, I can't remember the site of it, actually says we're in a spiritual warfare at the moment because everyone's been feeling depression, not only through the COVID-19. Like, have you been like feeling down or other things? And this is what I mean. This is where zozo could play in big time when they play with a Ouija board or when they go out go something. It plays massively on people's brain if you hear the word zozo as well. Sorry, but I sound so confusing, but it will make sense what I'm trying to say. Okay. Um, I do find it quite a lot when people plays with a Ouija board, when they play with their mind, it all connects and somehow all logical. Even if it's, we say, hey, could it be bad or could it not be bad? Um, and some people do question it, not every spirit is bad. Not every spirit is actually bad. You just gotta think they were like us humans one point, and they took it with them, whatever happened to them. So sorry about that. You guys just
No, no,
went. You guys went quiet on me.
Yeah,
no. I'll leave you to rant, mate, like I do.
yeah.
Well, not rant, but you know what I mean. We all go off on tangents when we explain stuff.
I usually do. It's my habit. It's one of them things I actually really do because it's a bigger thing what people are making it out to be, and it's not really that much of a bigger thing. You know what I mean?
We've only
It's a big.
we've only really ever scratched the surface of the paranormal world. Anyone that says they're an expert on it is, even I don't say I'm an expert, and I've been studying
No,
it for God knows how
expert.
many years.
I don't
People
No,
come,
will get an expert on it for a lot of years. You know what I mean?
people come to me after knowledge, and I still go to my lecturer for knowledge. I still go to other people for knowledge. It's just
same here.
something you don't ever really, you never stop learning.
Never do. Never
No.
do. I just want to quickly say to the viewers, sorry about that. Not long ago, we have to ban someone from the page. We found it very silly. So please don't pay attention to that person. And she's gone anyway. Um, we don't play about with silliness on the page on DTV because we're also making a movie at the moment for the future. And me and Ben is working onto it as well with Phil and Red X. So we don't want any damage to the page. So we're trying to keep the page tidy as it is, so they get blocked straight away. If you see any silliness, just report it to admin or let us know. We'll move it straight away. So sorry about that, guys. Right, go ahead. Sorry.
So I was going to say, unfortunately, fellas, I'm going to have to wrap it up on my
Bye,
off.
Mr.
I'm gonna have to go. I have to give a bit of a shout out to a fellow colleague of mine I've been working for. If you do want to hear any more chats in depth about demonology and stuff, go to the UK demonologist. If I can put that up there, Drew, I'll have to introduce you to him. He's a very good friend of mine.
I don't know. I got a few others causing trouble in that line of work. So introduce
Yeah,
me there.
well, like I say, we keep away from the politics sides of everything as everyone else does.
Thank you very much.
But yeah,
Thank you very much.
I'm going to shoot. Drew, I'll be in touch. We'll have to do some more podcasts and stuff on this.
Well, definitely will. I definitely will. Go on, get out of it.
Yeah,
Tell
I'm
him
going to
it's
go. Tell Chris to say hi as well when we next talk to him. We need to.
I will. I'll tell Chris I said hi.
Right.
Bye.
Right. I'll catch you all later.
Catch you later, brother.
See you later.
And he is gone.
And then there was two.
Say again?
And then there was two.
I know, and the people don't know what we're going to be up to. Now that's really cool. We talked about so-so a little bit. I think I think people need to know when they use the word so-so, don't use it as a big nail fun type of thing. And people need to know when they're saying the word so-so, it's not actually a real position thing. They might oversaturate sometimes, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, totally. It's like as soon as a lot of people hear the name Zozo or it's coming through on a Ouija board, people they just start to get terrified, and soon as they get scared, spirits feed off it. Whichever
It does.
way.
One of the biggest names also getting out there is Legion as well. A lot of people actually saying Legion. The thousand word is mine, or the thousand people's mine, whatever which way he says it. That's another spirit, which is known to be one of their proper demons. But that's another spirit, apparently, is being used quite a bit in the paranormal field. And, to see the real thing, it's going to be a kind of scary motion. I'm not going to go into the full of it, of understanding what Legion does and all that. But it's one of them things we all want to try and experiment in the paranormal field, really, isn't it? We want to see what we can get out of the paranormal field. That's the whole fun about paranormal field, is you want to dig in and see what type of evidence you want.
Yeah, it is about it's like a lot of people just target like one sort of aspect of investigating. Some people will target like spirit box, some people will target like EVPs, some people end up getting more responses through like REM pods and stuff like that rather than using anything, just for communicating and that.
Definitely.
And
Definitely, totally agree. I'm just going to quickly answer this question. Paul, my thought is we actually paid for a new camera. We're making a movie. We actually got the insurance being looked at the moment. To make a movie, you do need something like over 5 mil, because it's nowhere near a footstep. You need over 10 mil or 20 mil to get in. Plus, I got the crew, I got everything sorted, I got the whole system sorted. It's just, COVID-19 is making it hard to do certain things in the UK. So, yeah, it's one of them things. So DTV is kind of moving on for the future and kind of still working with the paranormal field. But we help people out like Paranormal Urbex TV. He's all new to the system, but we help him out and just give him shout outs, have an interview with him. And, you can tell his experience or help someone out. That'd be pretty cool. And the further on is going into doing stuff. What are you filming? Personally, I cannot mention yet, but I am getting excitement up on it because it's not officially been given out fully yet. But it is there, and the two guys I work with, who does my intro and all that, they literally working with me at the moment at this time. And it's quite late nights and quite a lot of work coming on for us. Hi from Texas, Miss Jamie explores scary place. Oh, it's Jamie. Hey, Jamie. The other Jamie is a different Jamie. And what alcohol are you drinking, bro?
I get this package every month, so I get like 12 beers from Beer 52. It's a subscription. So it's like random ales and pilsners and
Ale.
beer and stuff. So, but yeah, it's just you just get a random selection, 12. So
Yeah.
for
Um,
Friday night, have a quick couple of beers and have a think about maybe going to that place because it's not that far from me.
nah, it's not that bad, bro. It's not that bad. Um, is it paranormal stuff? No, it's pretty cool actually. I'll say a little bit. It's more to do with Vikings and anything, not paranormal stuff. Paranormal stuff, you know, it can be done, but paranormal. I think all the paranormal stuff has already been done in too much in the movie sets. I think too much of it has been done in a movie set, and now it's basically leaning on people for attention. When they hear something, they make it as part of that attention. So
So have you ever encountered a zozo demon yourself?
well, I encountered a so-so image look. So basically, when I mean imaging on that, like I said, I only had his name pronounced on a spirit box, and it made me think, well, no, so-so won't be doing that. So-so will act on something. So he will act on basically tearing my life to bits, probably make me go a bit crazy in the head, probably like stabbing me. Um, so you will have that, in that law sort of line. But I have seen something pretty cool up in Naboth Castle in Pembrokeshire, where a 30th of October, 31st of October, Halloween, it was no area to get in. It's only one way out. And you got to be pretty fast on your feet to get to the exit. And it's it's about two hills going like that to get to the exit as well. So you'll see them running off the pitch if it's, because it is a kind of cool area. Um, we actually saw a image where it's all pink and actually saw someone with a horn on, and it was four of us, and one of them was a heavy skeptic, very heavy skeptic, and he's never run like that before. He ran out the door and he actually saw it, and he said, I'm not leaving you alone now. I actually saw it. But the guy, sadly, he had cancer, bless him, and he kind of finished because the cancer was making him knock out on the floor. And after that, he couldn't come back to the field because he had his whole life in front of him, type of thing. So I said, go ahead, go and chill out. Take time away from it all. Whenever you're ready, you can come back. But he absolutely enjoyed it at the point because we were going out constantly doing ghost hunts and just having a laugh, all of us. So that's really what ghost hunting is about. It's really bonding with your friends, or really try and get some evidence.
Yeah. See, soon as I'm on road and that, it'll be ace to like meet up with a load of people and that because I don't know like many paranormal teams are out like around Bradford. So and obviously I'm going out and about on public transport at the moment or taxis and stuff. So it becomes a
Well,
little bit
it's,
expensive.
it's probably loads and loads of team up by you guys, up by where you are, and sometimes they'll come out to the shadows. In this COVID-19 situation, I think they won't come out that much, if you get what I mean. Some there, but some not.
Yeah. I know that obviously a lot of them won't be
Yeah,
out and about. I know that there's quite a few like scattered around UK that do it by themselves, like myself. They just go out, or it's couples or something like that. So
I can't do it by myself. I really can't. I tried and I failed. I just couldn't do it without my wife. Nah, I just can't. I don't know why, but I do know why. It's just because I was speaking to Chris about it from the Warren Files, and what's his name? Ed and his missus cannot be alone without each other. Whenever they're on an investigation, they're always there together. It's the same with me and my wife. I tried it and failed epically. Sadly, we all have to learn in different ways, and but I'm actually happy we got people that does it on their own. But I'm also worried for them in case something does actually badly happen with them. That's the bit I have respect for, major respect for. But I can't do stuff without my wife.
Yeah, some people can't. Some people have got call them like the sidekicks, don't they? It's like
Yeah,
they don't feel comfortable, or they can't like open up themselves or out like that without like having their paranormal investigator sidekick with them. You know what I mean? And
well,
they don't have to be like psychic. I don't mean psychic. You know what I mean? I mean sidekick. So it's like your best friend. Like in your case, your missus. In some people's cases, it might be the best friend. That they go paranormal ghost hunting with, and they bounce off each other and stuff, don't
yeah, it's like me and my wife. We bounce off, like you're saying. I went with a few others, and it's only a few people I can actually work with. And I tried others, and usually I come out with arguments. Sometimes it does happen massively. Sometimes it just forget about each other. Um, I went out with quite a few people actually, and the only main people I can work with is usually Don Cummins, Paul Blake from Paranormal Whale Seekers. Um, there's only a few I can actually do it with, only a few handful, like Gemma Bradfield, Queen Bee Healing. Um, it's only a few, yeah. But with my wife, we're fully connected, and I will admit that on my lives anytime. Out with my wife, yeah, that's it. Ed and Lorraine, Laura, the Warrens, that's who we exactly follow. And we have been told that ourselves. We have to exactly follow them to pair because they were very, close together on like spiritual and demontology, and one was a psychic medium, where we both can do certain things together. But also we got that line of understanding how the spirit works. My wife is really good at explaining certain things as well. She's epic at it. So I gotta give her that ouch. And sometimes I gotta pick her head and go, "Hey babe, can I have your help, please?" I'm
you?
like, I'm stuck. And that's the way we do it. We kind of take a piss out of each other sometimes when we're stuck on things. We kind of like, if I ever worked with you, or do something with you, I'm not gonna say I work with you, but I'm saying like if I ever did, that's you'll probably see how I work, and you'll be like, "True, you're just better with your wife. Fuck off home and go there," type of thing. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, that's and a lot of people are comfortable working with people, that they know and that they have worked with a lot more before, that they feel comfortable with,
Yeah,
and that's just the way it is. Because in a
yeah,
in a way, if you've got too much bad vibes going on, your senses yourself, you're sending out bad vibes yourself. You know what I mean?
I've done
And
that.
you
I've done
you
that a
can't
few
tune
times.
yeah, you can't tune into your proper senses to be able to pick things up.
That is true. I've done it a few times. I said to my wife, I said, "I don't know what's wrong with me, but can't do this. I'm just can't." And all these bad vibes I'm getting, I come pick up. Usually I'm quite spot on and good and get on with it. I just got to quickly read this. I work at church, and the father there's seen many things in time. So is that like? Sorry, I gotta ask this question to Paul. Paul, is that like when you work at church? Is that Christian or Catholic? Because some churches, which I know, doesn't actually keep on rolling to believe in what they call spiritual tax. So yeah, I'm going to use it that way at the moment. I should have used it that way at the beginning, but as moment of spiritual tax. So if they've seen a lot of things, it'd be interesting, as you're saying, you work at church. I know a lot of people in church, from Catholic to Christian and other bases, because I just no, not going into that area. Forget that. Some are very strict, especially some Christian churches are very strict to believe in unknown. They all got their opinions on it.
What about the paranormal?
Yeah, some have major.
Yeah, some of them don't want to believe it, do they? You know what I mean?
No.
But then they want to turn around and say that they believe in God. It's like
The best way we ever put the Christian person on that one, and this is honest God, man, if someone ever says God, all they have to do is say the Holy Spirit, the Holy Father, and the Holy Ghost. That's what I got told by a Catholic and a Christian father and a high priest, high priest actually said, use them words, because they actually forgot to believe Jesus actually come back, apparently, as a form of spirit. So I got told to use that if I ever get tackled with that religion. But I'm not being asked to do any religion out there. But it's the way, we get someone like them, But some doesn't want to believe it because some had their own faith in mind. They just want to have peace and quiet and concentrate on like living through their lives and just then wait and see what happens after that. Oh, Sherry White Perry. She's good at open chakras. She's really good with chakras. Catholic. Okay, so you're Catholic. Okay, yeah, same here. I'm Catholic myself.
Yeah, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost.
Say again.
One of your admins just said the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. It's
The Father.
it's
Tila, that's my wife. Literally.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Hello.
So you see the name word Tila, that's my wife. She could say about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And that's where
yeah, it's like Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, or something like that, Holy Ghost or something.
Yeah. I knew
but-
I had my words mixed up, but she could say it better than me. See what I mean? We bounce off each other.
Yeah.
It's all contact, my young man. All contact, my young man. And God's angels, demons, and the bad in all of us, which can be seen as the demons. That is actually 100% true. What you just said there, that's actually right on the line, because we all got it, man. Everyone's got it. Do you know when I have a lash out? I've been thinking, Paul actually did say something to me at one point. I have ADHD and PTSD. And at the moment, I'm seeking help with that because it's been out of control. Majorly, man. He actually said something from the Bible. And you can speak for your sins and through all that other side. And I said, well, actually, no, I'm acting, because I'm lashing out. I'm acting as the demon. I'm acting as the bad one. But I shouldn't be doing that because I feel like I'm the innocent. So I took a bit of oath in my head and said, hey, you know what? Stop this tantrum, stop this anger, stop this motion. Let's stop in your track. Calm yourself down. So I did in the end. I calmed myself down. And it's actually Paul actually said something. So at that point, good lad, as I said, do not listen, be yourself, and blessed be. Oh, thank you, blessed be. Oh, we got someone coming on. Who's this? Holy crap, it's the monster from the grave.
Hey!
Hey, Jamie.
How we doing?
I hope you're all right.
Yeah, not too bad, mate. You good?
Yeah, not too bad.
How we doing, guys? How's everybody doing?
Bit boring tonight. No, I'm
Is
only
it?
joking.
Oh,
I'm only
bit late
joking.
tonight, guys, but I'm here now, and that's all that matters. I've had a few bits that I've needed to sort out tonight. I literally, my day has been so slow today, but I'm here now.
What took you so long?
Oh, literally, dude. Like I said to you, normally we have dinner at like 4 o'clock, and then I'm absolutely spot on because then I can plan my night and everything's all sorted. But we didn't have dinner tonight until like 7 o'clock. And then I had to sort out my bedroom and everything, get my laptop charged because it was flat. And like, oh my God. Yeah, literally. Everything's all
You're
sorted.
fired. You're fired. You're sacked. You're done.
Oh,
No.
how are we doing? We all good?
Well, good man. We had someone popping in already and try to say some stuff, some
Yeah.
silly stuff, but then like it got blocked and taken away.
I
was like-
seen that on the messenger. I seen that something was happening. I was like, oh, what's going on? You know, and I asked in the admin chat. I was like, what's going on? And
We don't want none of it, do we? We don't want none of it.
well,
So.
no, I mean, no drama llama in it. You know, it's that we don't want any of that on you. You know, it's
Yeah, you don't need it. You know what I mean?
well, no, you don't. And the problem, and this is one of the issues really.
We
With
get enough from the spirits, don't we?
we get enough trouble with them, yeah.
No, we're all kind of pretty cool. We're all doing good. We talked about a bit about zozo, but the guy who's working with me is, well, he's disappeared. I think he went. Yeah, I think he's up to no good. You know, I solemnly swear I'm up to no good, as Harry Potter says. But yeah, we ain't been too bad. And we started talking about other things, and yeah, it's just been a bit of chilling. We're just literally having a chilling chat, bro.
Yeah, chill Friday, innit? That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
Friday evening, you know.
Love Fridays.
I do.
I can't see that.
Is it certified ordained minister along with all my other qualifications?
Yeah, this is the lady I was going to tell you about. I was going to do our chakras, privately on message, because she is amazing.
Is she?
Her chakra opening and cleansing is just amazing. Seriously, it's such a relaxing. You just want to fall asleep, but it is so chilling. It's so relaxing and it's refreshing as well. And it gets rid of headaches sometimes. If your chakras are overflowing with emotional negative energies, which your body will pick up just going throughout the streets a day,
Yeah.
it actually takes away that negativity away from your chakras.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's really nice though. Would love to see ghost hunting soon again, guys. Well, me and Jamie is planning to do a spirit box session on you. I would love to go ghost hunting again.
I know. I want to get back out as well.
Yeah, we all want to go back into it because of this COVID-19.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
We all want to use our heads now.
Yeah.
Paranormal Herbal X. I don't know. Paranormal Herbal X TV. Ashley should. I think he's going out this weekend, isn't it, dude?
Well, I'm going out tonight, so what
Go
I might
weekend?
do. Yeah, I couldn't get into that church. It were all being boarded up, and all boards were being screwed from the inside as well. And then on the way out, I saw a board. It's up for sale. So, yeah, I couldn't get in. Somebody ripped, more or less, nearly ripped off all like a metal mesh caging from outside the window. But for me to climb up and over that board, the board could either collapse because it's only MDF board. So,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't know if I weigh 14 stone or 44 stone. But I don't know if it'd be able to, like, take my weight. And I don't know how much drop there is on the inside then. And then it's a case of getting me and my bag in there. Not only that, it's getting out because there were metal sheetings over where the doors were.
Yeah. Like literally the last place that I went was the boys' village in St. Athens. which is out towards like Barry area. And we went there, we done our bit. Now this was in the day, and so they got like a one entry point where like they've got a rock, but it's what they've done is they've put like barbed wire over the top of it, but it's just easy to just step over that. And there's another bit then where you've got like gates on the front, but somebody has actually been there with a disc cutter and actually cut a few pipes out so you can just duck under and just easily. So me and the other half went, right? And we went in there. A few kids were there, but they noticed like that we were there as well. And whether they thought that we were security, because we use radios and stuff like that to communicate with each other if we're separated on site. You know, we got little earplugs in talking so that it doesn't interfere with anything that we're recording. And they left, these kids, right, in a car. And then seconds later, I heard a siren. And I was like, okay, all right. You don't think anything of it, do you? But then, like, we was just leaving then, like, half an hour later, and this police van turned up. And we're like, oh, you're kidding me. Here we go, look. But there was no signs up to say we were trespassing, and there was clear entry points as well. So what are you going to do? And so he said, can you come out, please, guys? Can you leave? And we were like, yeah. And he was like, oh, this is too dangerous. It's not good for you, you know, for health and safety and stuff like that. And he was like, this place is getting knocked down and houses are going on there, which is true. I've spoken to another friend in the paranormal field, and this is true. But so this St. Athens Boys Village basically is, it was like a kids camp. So it was like a lockdown camp where like loads of kids hung themselves in the church there. And it's literally a very, very active area. And when the copper was like, you going to come out then? I don't know how you're going to get out. And then I was like, by that little bit. But then he was like, oh, that wasn't there the other day. I was like, well, it is now. And it wasn't me. You can check my car. I haven't got anything like that in there. So literally, it had happened within a few days because he obviously patrols that area quite often to see, and he said, you know, that wasn't it. So he ducked out and he left. We said, oh yeah, we'll leave now. We'll go, and that was it. We didn't get any fine or any slap on the wrist or anything like that. We was just told that it's a dangerous area and we shouldn't be in there. But he could see that we were paranormal people because, you know, we had our bags with us, our cameras. They could see that we were paranormal urbex kind of people, you know what I mean? And he could see that we wasn't
the camera equipment, don't they? And see, oh, that's probably about £1,000 worth of equipment, you know what I mean? They're not like crackheads or crackheads or all like that, you know, going to get shooting up in that.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was a bit of a shock because, like, the thing is, you know, if we had seen that police van and then instantly turned around and tried to walk away from that, that would have made us look guilty, you know what I mean? But because we hadn't done anything wrong, there's absolutely no reason whatsoever why we shouldn't walk towards him anyway. You know, we haven't done anything, so what's the point? You know, it's...
long as you're just really doing what you're doing, then the police are really, really easy to work with when you're doing ghost hunting. I used to go on ghost hunts a lot in Pembrokeshire, and what we used to do is we'd call 111 and actually give them the location where we are and just tell them whereabouts what we're doing. And the coppers actually notify the police officers saying we're in the area, paranormal team in the area. Please be notified if you see charges and stuff going on. Please notify. These are just friendlies on, you know, and that's what I used to do. We actually used to call the police and just tell them where we are, even if it's abandoned or not. We just tell them where we are, and they're pretty much understandable. They're pretty much understandable to it all together, and that's how well the police were. We always notify ourselves to the police, and we used to have police officers come and visit us and check on us, and they come and join in for about 10-20 minutes and have personal chat, and some of them don't want to be on camera. Yeah, you know, we had quite a good laugh at the police. We did in Wales,
and that's the thing. Some of them are really reasonable if they can see that you're not one of these people that, like you was just saying now. You're not going in there to shoot up and stuff. You know what I mean? You know, you're going in there taking all drugs and everything. If they can see that you're not doing that, you're in there doing what you say you're doing. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. You've got a big ass backpack on your shoulders, you know, full of your stuff. So they know straight up that, you know, what you say you're doing, and they see the camera. I'm sure they've come across many, many paranormal investigators, and they know what to look for in those kind of people. A bag, a camera, and you know what I mean? And a tripod. They know you haven't been in there doing something like that, because why would you pay all that money for this equipment just to make you look like you're a paranormal investigator so you can go in there and do drugs? You're not going to, you know what I mean?
No. Well, time has actually come upon us, Jamie and Ashley.
Late to the show.
Dude, you got to stop running late, man. No.
Hey, in fairness, that was the first time I've been late. I gotta be honest.
What's your opinion on, before we go and end up very soon, what's your opinion on Zozo? Do you think he's real, or just a mythical, or do you think it's people's mind plays about when they hear the word Zozo?
My opinion or Jamie's?
I know. I was wondering. I was thinking, who's going to answer first?
I was asking Jamie. I know what paranormal.
I think I like kind of give my opinion, don't I? You know, I'm still skeptic about the whole thing with the Zozo. You know, is it a demon? Is it actually a spirit that used to be a human, or is it really just some sort of energy? You know, that's just formed. You know, maybe over time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a lot of negative energy all at once, or maybe it's just spirits trying to, you know, mess with your head and scare you. You know,
It must be one awesome character, though. Zozo. It must be a bit of a awesome character.
Well, this is what I mean. They get this on the Ouija board, and then they end up getting scratched and shit happening. It's like, look at me with my last video. You know, I had a load of random things, and it was like everything was like to do with the number 3 as well. And this was the video at the school that I just did. But yeah, it was like 333 and 3 and 3 this, and you know, it's weird that, you know, but I don't like say, oh, it's definitely spirit or it's definitely demonic. But we did a bit of a spirit box and necrophonic, didn't we, on that live?
You just want to question it all the time, don't you? Really, just to get the answers. Yeah, I get that.
I'm like, you know, are you really, you know, because apparently kids died at that school. So I'm like, are you really kids that have died here? Or are you somewhat darker, somewhat more demonic? Or are you just like a burst of energy? You know, it's like, this is what we're out there to find out, really, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jimmy?
What's that?
What do you think about Zozo? You know, have you got your mind on it, or have you like not really on it?
I'd like to think that you know, the name is Zozo. It is very unusual, and you know, to me, I wouldn't think, my personal opinion would be that I think it's not your average spirit. I'm probably thinking this is something along the lines of something dark, a dark entity. I mean, through the like ghost adventures and YouTube videos I've watched, you know, some of these very odd names that come through, names you've never heard of before, you think, well, normally they don't go by names, you know, normally they just spirits, you speak to them, you get answers, you fire questions. But when you get these names coming through, it makes you think, hang on a minute now, this is something I've never heard of before. Is this possibly something that, you know, because the thing is, if you have something like that come through, you're gonna want to do some research on that, because you're going to be constantly racking your brain thinking to yourself, what is this? I want to find out more about this, because it intrigues you straight away, you know. And
Well,
but I would lean towards something quite dark, I would say.
okay. Well, that's the thing now. We're coming to an end now, guys. So, Jamie and Paranormal Ibex TV, can you stay there for a minute? Jamie, stay on for a minute, buddy.
Yeah,
Guys, a big thank you to Paranormal Ibex TV. Go and watch him tonight on his show. Go and follow his YouTube channel. Go enjoy what he...
I might go live on my Facebook page, so head over to the Paranormal Urbex TV Facebook page. If I can get into this building, then I'll go live. If not, there's an abandoned school that I didn't explore not too far away, so I'll nip down there and do a bit of a paranormal investigation down there live in a bit.
Sounds good.
So if you want to pop over and join that live stream, you're more than welcome to come along. You know, ask some questions. I'll be taking Ren Bear and stuff like that, Spirit Box. I got the Necrophonic app and stuff like that. So we'll have a bit of a stream going on tonight.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds brilliant. Okay, guys, so that's it now. Now you can put your opinions in about what you think. Ooh, pardon me. What you think about Zozo. And, you know, leave a session there. Don't go crazy and mental and cause all this situation. Put your opinions in. It's nice to hear your opinions, what your thoughts about. And DTV can always give you some sort of support line. We got a lovely bunch of people helping on the sides or help us, support us. And, you know, Paranormal Ibex, it's all new for him as well, but also he's got his mind where he should be. And also James got his mind. That's a really main important thing, how to keep the paranormal field running. It's about each and one of our minds. I've got something different about stuff. And that's the main subject of the paranormal. Our minds can make stuff happen if we want to carry on with it. Okay, so guys, don't forget to check out DTV's new stuff. Don't forget we are making a movie. Don't also forget now, tomorrow night we'll be on live again tomorrow night. It is literally a week of live with me and Jamie. Possible sometimes me, possible sometimes Jamie. Sometimes it could be both for us. Or maybe one day Jamie do a reading on the show. Or maybe myself, I'll do a reading on the show. It's all about fun, guys. It's all about experience. Don't forget, come check us out. Make sure you click on the YouTube and subscribe to that as well. And click the notification button. And also, make sure you could be a lucky winner to a present of this time of the year, because it's now Halloween. Come to Halloween. It is a giveaway of Halloween spooky stuff. We are sorting it out on the 16th to make sure you will have a giveaway and how you can win it. And it'll be sent to you personally by me or by Tila, and it will get sent to you as it's COVID-19 and we get rushed on our posts. Don't forget, guys, also December is coming up. Christmas is coming up. We have got a Christmas page as well called St. Nicholas Magical Christmas, and we've got Lily hitting over 1,000 subscribers already on it, 1,000 followers. I just want to wish all to the mods on that Christmas page as well. Big thank you. We have got a massive special show coming up on a new platform system for the Christmas page, which is going to be released for 12 days of Christmas, and it's going to be released on YouTube right there on our new platform as well. It's going to be happening everywhere on that day. And make sure you keep watching, guys. Have a good night. And again, don't be scared.
Hi, everyone.
These guys are now saying good night. I'm Drew.
Stay safe. Keep it spooky.
Yeah. Right. Stay safe, guys. I'm Jamie, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, we'll see you on the next live very shortly later on. Sorry, that's supposed to not be there, but oh well, it's too late. See you guys. Have a good night.